Okay. We're on the record in cause number 327484, the state of Texas versus Manuel Gomez. Mr. Gomez? Yes. Mr. Gomez, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Gomez, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? You have to speak up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Gomez?
Doing good, sir. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Gomez, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Nolan LeBlanc. Mr. LeBlanc, how you doing?
Doing good, thank you, sir.
Mr. Gomez, the information alleges that on or about March 2nd of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration of 0.15 or more. Mr. Gomez, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Gomez, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
You?
No, I'm sorry,
No,
no contact.
no contest.
Okay, so you pleaded no contest? Gotta date that. And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? You pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? You have to speak
Yes,
up.
sir.
And are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? Anybody forcing you to plead no contest?
No.
Okay, so you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily. Mr. Gomez, I have before me what is marked as State's Exhibit number 1. You recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and in this document, it's checked off that this is a Class A misdemeanor.
Yes, sir.
And what that means that your punishment can entail confinement in the jail up to 365 days, a fine up to $4,000, or you could be given both such fine and confinement. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, on page 2 of this document, Mr. Gomez, are these your initials on the line that says no contender or no
Yes, sir.
contest? On page 3 of the same document, Mr. Gomez, is this your signature above the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is a trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
There's one box that's checked at the top of this document. That box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'll have another document here before me. This document is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney, Mr. LeBlanc, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true to the best of your knowledge?
Yes. Yes.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'd also like to offer State Exhibit number 2, that's the PC affidavit for this case.
Okay, so you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1 and State's Exhibit number 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 and State's Exhibit number 2 will be admitted. Mr. LeBlanc, you have advised and counseled Mr. Gomez. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No evidence, Your Honor.
Mr. Gomez, your attorney, Mr. LeBlanc, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gomez, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt state. Do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. It's for 180 days, over 18 months probation, a $750 fine, 80 hours community service, the standard conditions for DWI, and an interlock.
Okay. Mr. Gomez, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be on probation for 1 year. During the probationary period, you'll be on probation for 18 months. During the probationary period, you will be required to pay a fine of $750 plus court costs, which comes to a total of $1,167. You'll also be required to pay $60 of probation fee each month. You'll be required to pay a Jefferson County DWI education class and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. And if a further evaluation is needed, that will be $50. Now, this comes to a total of monthly installments of $145 per month. Would you be able to pay the $145 per month?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Gomez, you'll also be required to perform 80 hours of community service, attend the DWI education course, and install an interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate, as well as you would have to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Mr. Gomez, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Gomez, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you entered into with the state. Mr. Gomez, please stand over here on the X where your attorney is and follow the instructions of the clerk. And Mr. Gomez, have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.